Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a good day today. Today I'm going to review whether or not this Sony A6700 is good for air shows. I took the A6700 with me over to the Pikes Peak Regional Airshow last month in Colorado Springs, Colorado, featuring the US Navy Blue Angels. We'll talk about the different lenses I use, the setups, go over the photography side, the videography side, and I'd love to hear what you all think about it if you've used the A6700 for any action type filming or photos. Let me know in the comments below. I'd like to hear from you. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit the like button. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Thanks for watching. So let's talk about the setups that I used for the air show. So we've got the A6700, as you see. I've got a small rig cage on there. And I also have the handle there for the side of the cage, which helps, you know, when you're panning and stuff trying to do the video, because it is hard on them fast moving airplanes. Then we got the Rode Video Mic Go 2. And then the Sony lens here is the 18-105. Now I use this lens in particular for all the static displays, the more up close type stuff, and for photos. Found myself using it more for the photos. This is the lens that I used for the actual demonstrations. This is the Sigma 100-400 for the A6700 here. Needed the extra reach, but to be completely honest, I kind of wish that I would have had, in some cases, more of a reach, and then in some cases I wish I would have had like an 18-300 like Tamron has, just because of how fast they're moving. You're going from such a wide angle to such a narrow angle, trying to catch all the action. But anyway, so those are the setups that I used. The tripod really wasn't in existence at the air show. You're always walking around, you're moving around, and you're constantly panning. And I just can't move a tripod that fast. So standing up and panning is the best way to go. As far as settings go, the A6700 has the airplane focus setting. And then I always had the ISO at 100. Trying to play with everything. You can see there the maybe if the camera would focus, you can see the airplane focus setting. It worked really well, but it still had a hard time with how fast they were moving. All right, so let's get into the photography part of the A6700. Throughout the day at the air show, I was constantly changing the settings as the lighting changed quicker than the jets were flying. I always start with an ISO at 100 when I'm shooting outdoors. I do my best to adjust the other settings before I have to adjust the ISO, just because of the grain and stuff. I love how the A6700 has the airplane autofocus feature. I believe the Sony A6700 does a better job than my previous cameras. But let's take a look at some photos and you be the judge. So let's talk about videos on the A6700. I'll first tell you all that I am no expert in videos. In fact, I am just learning, and I just started this year. I purchased the Sony A6700 to really work on those skills. I kept hearing how good it was at the beginner level and a great camera at the beginner level through friends and other photographers and YouTube, of course. I have explored shooting in S-Log as well as normal video settings like S-Cinetone. I find S-Log to be frustrating. I'm still working on the right picture profiles for S-Log in terms of aviation photography. With S-Log, the color gradings are different than what I'm used to. But I have confidence that it'll all click soon enough here, the more practice and exposure I get to it. I noticed the autofocus had difficulties attaching to airplanes that were moving really fast. I understand that they were going very, very fast, so I guess I understand the camera, no matter how good it is, would have a hard time latching onto those. The focus would be, you know, it would bounce around a little bit. It would be fuzzy, and then it would finally catch on and focus, then fuzzy, and then catch on and focus. Let's take a look at some videos. You'll see what I mean. So here are my final thoughts on the Sony A6700. I love how light it is when carrying around all day at the air show. My other cameras have been much heavier. I also love how well it performs taking photographs, both action and stills. Finally, I'm sure the issues with the focus will be minimal once I figure out how to move with the airplanes and figure out the panning and whatnot with action. So, is the Sony A6700 good enough for air shows? I think it is, especially for me at the amateur level. I'm sure there are better cameras that are more suited, maybe like the Sony A7S series cameras, especially if we're going to do shoots professionally like at an air show. Do you have an A6700? Let me know what you think about it in the comments. And then check out these two videos. These are the videos that I took from the air show. And don't forget to click the like button. Take care, and we'll see you all in the next video.